Welcome to my video about healing the new heroic Hour of Twilight. This was introduced in patch 4.3. The main point of this heroic is to escort Thrall to Wyrmrest Temple. Arcurian is Hour of Twilight's first boss. He's not too bad, he just has a couple of abilities that healers need to watch out for. Chains of Frost is one of those abilities you need to watch out for. It's a magic ability, it can be dispelled, it will root the target in place, and usually it will, Arcurian's little minions, as we could call them, will throw boulders down and hit the player, and that's just unnecessary damage. Hopefully once you dispel all your compadres, they will run away and not be stupid, but the best you can do is just dispel it. The only other thing you really need to watch out for on Arcurian is that at 30% health, you will release like a Torrent of Frost that will inflict around 15k damage each second. So usually here I pop Divine Hint as holy. You could pop something else just to ease the healing, and it's not that bad. You could definitely adjust prayer of healing or circle of healing, do all those funny things in between, but I'm lazy, so I popped Divine Hint. Other than that, there's not too much to worry about here. If you have a chance, get Thrall out of the icy tomb that will encase him. As for loot, on Arcurian, there's not too much for the ways of healers. There's a bit for DPS if you're really that desperate, but not too much specifically for us healers. The next boss in Hour of Twilight is Isuna Dawnslayer, which is definitely a mouthful, but she's not as tough as she looks. A couple things we need to look out for is, as healer, she will put a mark of silence on you, which means anytime you cast a spell, she will silence you basically for about 2 seconds. Main thing to avoid this, stand behind a tank or any other melee, somebody who you know won't move. Usually for me, I just stand behind the tank, usually fairly close, just so that I know where he's going and all that kind of thing. No chance for getting silenced, because that's detrimental. The only other thing you really need to look out for is the choking smoke bomb, which if you're standing like directly behind the tank like I am, you'll just need to get out of it. It causes nature damage. Usually I just pop a shield and run. Get behind the tank again, readjust yourself, and continue healing as normal. The only other thing is, if you want, you can stand in Thrall's fire totem. It won't really do much for you, just increases your health, it doesn't increase your healing or anything, so not too much there. Main things, Mark of Silence, stand behind tank, melee, whatever, and the smoke bomb, run out of there. As for Isuna's loot, she has about 3 good healing items, depends on who you are. Mainly 1 for druids, 1 for shaman, and a cloak for anyone. Cloak of Light, pretty good if you like your mastery, got all those stats there. For druids, you got your leggings with blinding speed. I almost said binding, sorry. Got your sockets, throw in Brilliant Inferno Ruby, and it's golden. And as for shamans, you got your shoulders, another red socket, pretty good stuff. Maybe you want to reforge that crit into Mastery or Haste, but I don't know too much about Shaman. Hour of Twilight's last boss is Archbishop Benedictus, if that's how that's said. It's very weird. He only has a couple things to watch out for. Mostly is avoidable damage, so make sure everyone's not dumb. The only real thing that you have to look out for is Righteous Shear. It's a magic attack, dispellable. Targets a random player, more stacks, more damage, dispel that thing as quickly as possible. And Archbishop, or Archie, as I'm going to call him from now on, because Benedictus is way too hard to say. He'll form some orbs, throw them on the ground, we'll make a circle. Stay out of the circle or else you get hit. And if you get hit by the orb, it'll just knock you back just a little bit. The last thing that you need to worry about is a Wave of Virtue. You'll see it. It'll start coming from way behind. In the video, you'll see I look at it and figure out which way it's going. It'll only go about 3/4. Find which way it's not going, run that way, and don't get hit by it. It inflicts a fairly high amount of damage if you get it, almost 100k, so you really don't want to get hit by that, and neither does anyone else. No real need for anything special here. Maybe pop down a light wall if you're holy like me. But other than that, it's pretty much easy. Conviction. Yeah. R2 drops a couple things that healers might be interested in. If you're a pally, look out for the Pauldrons of Conviction. It doesn't drop very often, but when it does, pick it up because it's pretty good. And most of the other things are more for DPS, but if you see it and you want it, go neat on that, because some of these things are really nice for transmog and are really good for the meantime when not as many heal things drop. But I hope you enjoyed and have a good evening, and good luck healing.